Peace be upon you. If a child is 1 year old and another person is 16 years old, who will have more information? You would say for sure the one who is 16 years old. Okay, what if a person is 16 years old and another person is 100 years old? He spent his life on a specific subject. Who would have more information on this subject? You would naturally say the one who is 100 years old. So, what about a being who is thousands of years old, in fact older than the entire human race? Satan, a being who whispered to our father Adam and our mother Eve and expelled them from paradise and made whispers to the children of Adam and made Cain kill Abel, or as they call Adam's son, and whispered to Noah's people. They worship idols, years of experience, years of knowledge. You think this creature is ignorant, he is weak, I am with him, but what is ignorance? This creature is his whole life. He makes you despair, and that's his way, his goal. He puts you in the fire, he eats and drinks, he stands, the devil makes you despair. From the start, he had a plan, and if it fails, he has an alternative. And if that fails, he has another. The plan and the story are as follows: to distribute enjoyable content, games, movies, series for Jews and Muslims, for everyone. Enjoyable content for everyone. This content is mostly between permissible and disliked. Very little is forbidden, but the advantage of this content is that it can be spread anywhere and at any time, in any religion or category that opposes it. And even if it is objected to, 102 can convince many. For example, out of 1,000,000 people, 102 agree to receive. They saw that it would not affect this content, so now this content is prevalent among the people. If the newspapers of any place are published, it is easily spread, and the people have a strong love for this entertainment and this pleasure, and a very strong attachment. Here, the second stage begins, the introduction of Western customs and traditions into this content, without the viewer feeling that he is forced to accept these customs and traditions. For example, do you find the hero in the movie fighting evil? Who are these evils? They are the evils for everyone. These evils are named evils, and the classification of evils for all categories, and this hero fights these evils and wins over them in the end. What is the idea? The hero ultimately triumphs. The third crusade movement, the Christian movement, only does not tell you that I am a Christian, does not tell you the Christian religion. No, and nothing kills the evils, and everything is a legacy of the third Christian movement. You are now saying, my brother, these are evils, and the one who fought them and defended us all is a Christian. The first movie, the first game to be about a war between the villains and the heroes. These are the heroes, a group of Christians and Jews, and the villains are villains for all the earth. They are villains for all religions, for all sects. They are villains. These defended us and them against these villains, and they won over them in the end. You can see the winning side, for example, America, France, and China, for example, against all the villains. You can see that these are the good guys without them telling you. Do you see us as the best people in the world? The matter itself is in the games. You play with a hero who fights the villains and defeats all the monsters and becomes a legend in the world. Well, who is this hero? Regardless of his religious beliefs, Christian, atheist, or Jew, his actions in fighting evil speak for themselves, making his faith evident without the need for verbal confirmation. You admire this character, you have a secret, you have a positive outlook, and you admire anyone who is not a Muslim. They seem like the bearers of truth even without saying so, and you have a vision of and admire them. And you start to feel uncomfortable. For example, if someone wrongs them from the Muslims, you might not defend them, but you feel uncomfortable. Now, there are 2 points that have dug into your subconscious or even conscious mind. The first one is the pleasure and entertainment and this entertaining content, and it has become ingrained in you and you are addicted to it in one way or another, and it's hard for you to leave this content. The other point is that you have developed a tolerance for non-Muslim religions without forcing you to harm Islam. Now you tolerate these other religions. At the same time, these other religions did not harm Islam, so you now have a tolerant spirit. We enter the third stage. Here, Satan and his followers begin to send messages and hints with simple insults to Islam and the spread of infidel beliefs in a simple and gradual way. I mean, a film that glorifies Christians and Jews and says that Jews have the right to have a separate state. Or a game whose events revolve around a war between America and Iraq, and the Americans appear to be the ones fighting terrorism, and Iraq is a backward, aggressive state that is a threat to neighboring countries, or it has terrorist matters against the rest of the world, and America is the one that came to save the world from this state. Of course, the entire film must have a climax to start getting sad. I mean, for example, this American fighter comes. After fighting, he returns home and is greeted by his family, including his young daughters. With tenderness, he sees how his daughter greets him with sadness after his return from battle. Or for example, an anime talking about a hero who died and came back to life with a demon. Is this demon oppressed? Yes, this demon is oppressed. But who is the hero of the story? Is the hero himself, the human? The demon is a side character. Yes, he is oppressed. And you see, he is supposed to be with love. But you see a side character? He is the one. We are the main subject that is talked about in the anime. And a series of broadcasting messages against Islam and glorifying infidel religions begins subtly and gradually. So now Muslims who follow this content are divided into several sections. A section receptive to these matters. He tells you, O son of halal, about their culture, customs, traditions, and films. In the end, the subject of entertainment does not grow. The subject of entertainment is a game to play and go. And the division between the two is true that he knows it is entertainment and knows that it is forbidden and there is a place. But brother, what is it? Accepting the subject? Sometimes it seems like he's trying to hover over the subject or forget the subject. I swear he doesn't fully reject these matters and starts seeking another alternative for them, perhaps a forbidden one, but less so. But something happened that even the devil did not expect. A revolt and a revolution against this content, a clear infidel content. People began to spread, among them warning messages. The threat began to spread. The devil and his followers said, we were exposed? No. The subject began. They fled from them. So the devil's followers from humans and jinn said, how? The devil reassured them, saying he had the subject under control with his thousands of years of experience and would definitely find a solution. I understand that many of the devil's human followers are interested in money, but they also have a sweet goal, an important goal. They have an important purpose. This is your delusion. You believe you are a Muslim, but is this a conspiracy? What do you think you are? The devil. What is his life's purpose? To make you abandon Islam and apostatize. The devil told them he has the answer. And here begins the fourth stage, which is what we are living today. The idea is not that I cut off your hand, then hit you 10 times, and then you blame me for the 10 hits, not for cutting off the hand. He will tell me I don't understand. I mean, I open for you doors of war and doors of temptation from everywhere, and I let you forget the main gate that you guard. But could you tell me, did the devil succeed in this plan? He succeeded. And unfortunately, it was expected. To explain how he succeeded requires further context. What's the idea? Let me give you some examples in some cultures. The game forces you to save your progress in the game or reach another stage or take points or open doors for you. You surrender to the idol, or you worship the idol. The player's continued advancement, scoring points, and unlocking secrets show a clear association between their actions and in-game progress. And you brought pure honey and a date to the idol, or you made a Trinity salute to the idol, or bowed, or whatever in front of the idol.
Another game.
The adhan enters as part of the music and Islamic culture. I mean, there has become a kind of mockery of Islamic religious feelings. Yes, some companies started to delete, started to fear, because now there is a version of the Holy Quran. She was in the games on the ground, and you would say to me, my brother, they do not understand, they do not know. I mean, glory be to God, all of it is the holy book. Among Muslims, the Quran is a subject on the ground, and they do not know we walk it. Another game comes, takes the history of Islam and completely distorts it. Would it be okay? In favor of the deviant sects, like the Shiites, for example, and some sects, and it would be like serving the Christian sects and other religions, and as if it depicts Islam, this game depicts Islam. It is a religion. I mean, taste. And God, you like Islam something. You remain Christian, remain Jewish something. All of them are in heaven or anime. One of the heroes of this anime is from the angels, or one of the heroes of this anime is from the devils, and a good devil, and this hero fights the angels and another anime. He clearly mocks Islamic teachings on theft, stoning, and adultery, portraying Islam as a reactionary, barbaric religion involving killing, slaughter, and other depictions. He expresses that all the heroes are gods. Yes, they are not even one god. No, they are all gods, and they fought the gods with each other. What kind of belief is this? Even logically, what does this matter? It is a clear mismanagement of Islam. Then you bring the game. This game is dangerous and irresponsible. Yeah, they brought you. Yeah, at the end they told you, Uncle Shuhail, by God, I'm not aware of you. Take only the game. Take it. Play with fire. Okay, what else? God, hello, marry him. Yeah, what else? And they betray him. Yeah, what else? And they fight him. In the end, he says they call him the killer of the goddess. And whoever plays with the goddess, you, the player, hold the control and play with the goddess. What is preventing you from playing this game that is more intense than the current topic? What remains to be discussed in this topic? The ceiling is over. This is the last thing, and its content is now all this content from anime and series and games spread with all ease. And who opposes it? You tell me it's not reasonable after the calamities you mentioned. And who opposes it? Yes, why is there deception? Because there is no fuss and colors. Let's focus on the word colors so that the clip goes because there are no colors or because there are colors. How? I tell you something, the idea of colors and the colored ones should come to you like the game or the anime full of disbelief. Put some colors for you so you now are some of them, because the subject of colors, this is a subject of customs and traditions and fathers and men. Oh boy, raise your knowledge. How do you talk about the colored ones like this? And you describe us as if we are colored? The sin of disbelief is normal. Their entire focus goes to criticizing the colored ones and they forget the bigger issue, which is disbelief. And then what does some of them do? He goes trying to find a game or a series or an anime. It doesn't have colors, but it has disbelief. But thank God it doesn't have colors. I mean, they've reached a stage where at least they brought us something without colored disbelief. That's it. We are in Ain. The subject will face a very strong heat on colors and the colored ones, how they integrate it into games, how they integrate it into movies and series. This is something we are not pleased with. And all the viewers were confused, thinking about what colors, and they forgot the greatest and biggest door, which is unity in Moscow. The same players. I am speaking generally. I mean, there are many good players and movie followers. I have them at the end, but I am speaking in a general way. The viewers or players go, they hold content or a game or anime that has colors and spread it on the basis that this is the clean content. This is their culture, customs and traditions, including coloring, colored ones, and matters related to the fourth and fifth sex. Why? I mean, why didn't you accept it? I mean, you accepted disbelief and what is against your religion clearly in your history, and you didn't accept what could possibly be more humane. Why? I mean, on what basis? What are your references? Their priorities are messed up. I accept the worst, the evil of all disbelief, and the bottom, they do not accept. My Arab traditions and customs forbid it. It would be shameful for me as a man to go against them. I have no problem with you denying the coloring and the cursed ones. On the contrary, this is a beautiful thing, but I totally reject your priorities, or at least my brother reject the first one, which is disbelief. That's why you find some clarifications even on platforms like YouTube, Twitch, where they broadcast games and such matters. He tells you, my brother, his culture, and I'm just a transmitter. I mean, to this culture, I don't understand that you are a transmitter, but you don't see the disbelief, all of this. You don't see the thing that you are. Every day you go to prayer, you say, praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most merciful, the most compassionate, the King of the day of judgment. It is you we worship and you we ask for help. This game contradicts any verse of these verses to the extent that some players and some celebrities, even movie and series fans, plead with you to surrender to disbelief in order to enjoy a game or series that requires suspending belief. He didn't keep silent or warn. He begs you to play it. If you haven't played or watched this game, you're not a true fan. You're backward, you're different, you're forced not to be living this life to such an extent. And there's one on Twitter, I think, or on Instagram, I'm not sure. People were begging for anime. What the hell is this? Did Satan come out? Did he come out of hell or come out of where or something like this anime? This makes you feel sorry for the devil. The devil is oppressed and makes you sympathize with him. And the devil means as if you say, yes, this devil, I will go with him until he enters heaven. In the end, when people tell him that what he's doing is forbidden, he says, Brother Maisif, you know it's forbidden what you're doing, brother? The subject is significant beyond just having pictures of women or music. It's a major matter. He told me, son of halal, I do it like this. And in the end, I display what I love. What do I tell you? Follow him when I come to you and play a game in front of you, and I tell you this game is awesome, and I mention all its positives and the specifications and its beauty in your opinion. We started everything, bro. You see who I am, but I love doing this. You still playing your games? How are you, man? This is the biggest announcement and promotion, regardless of your intentions. I understand that players, movie reviewers, and game reviewers do not intend to spread disbelief. This is clear to me. Anime. He won't tell you, brother. This game is full of disbelief. Go practice survival, beauty, and these matters. I get that they don't want this, but by conveying the subject to them, you're making it clear and it needs no explanation. The subject can't be justified even if unintended. Then some people hide behind the excuse telling you it's lawful. Brother, this is a matter of sustenance. This is my work. This is my sustenance, your sustenance. That you take the disbelief and polytheism and permissiveness and colors and convey them to the players. Brother, are you satisfied with this sustenance? Is this what you want? Man, I would rather eat grass and live and sleep hungry. Sleep without any accident and not equalize these matters. The sustenance, brother. You no longer have the issue of lawful and forbidden. You know the problem. Some of them, by God, are stubborn. I mean, above what? He does all these things I told him before, and he was warned against them. And even we, for example, who criticize people who do these wrong things and advise them and tell them this is wrong, he does not ignore us and says they will leave it and they will correct it. No, he does not criticize us. You Allah, why are you talking? Why are you saying these blasphemies and wrong things? You didn't keep quiet or let us keep quiet. Instead, you defended them and attacked us. What do you want? By God, what do you want? The coming example, I may have repeated it a lot, but it is indeed a clear example. If someone came and insulted you, insulted your father, hit you in front of your family, and filmed all of this in a clip and told you to take this tape and spread it among people, and you took it simply and spread it among people, come see, he hits me, insults my family in front of my people and everything. Watch this beautiful clip. Would you do this? Would you tell me it's impossible? Impossible for me to do this? Although I'm not extremely angry, those who create or spread content, whether players, movie reviewers, or others, sometimes insult Allah, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and other prophets while disregarding Islamic teachings. After all this, it's normal for me to present the content I published. Some of them publish for free, they advertise for them for free, and some of them take on the basis of what? This infidel came and said to him, hold this game, take this game of yours, but publish it for me when it's at 100,000. Man. Be smart and ask for a respectable amount. It's a sin to do otherwise. Don't be deceived by their claims that haram is permissible. Most know it's haram, but they justify it for fame and money. They criticize me for expressing my views on games or anime, but it's shameful. I hear what they say about me. The audience's praise does not override their criticism, and what is forbidden remains forbidden. And take every sin one follower took your advice. Imagine, for example, you have 100,000 views for the clip. 1,000 of them heard your words and did like you another content for the sake of your idea and spread it to hundreds of thousands of others and so on. This is apart from the original followers of the game, film, series, and anime. They took sins and you took their sins. Imagine this chain of sins. If you die and come on Judgment Day with unknown sins, oh my God, suddenly all these sins are a chain. My brother, cut it off now. And then my brother, you are not a player. No one can prevent you. And tell me, by God, I can't cut it off. My brother, at least. My brother, do not flaunt your sins. God has concealed them, so do not expose yourself. Secondly, try, my brother, to stay away from games that have polytheism and not games that have permissibility and not games that have colors, for example. My brother, at least I have a game for you. It is acceptable. Taking 2 of the 10 major sins is considered a serious offense. Mercy is advised for those who commit such acts. In the end, when we tell you these things, leave them, and God is not jealous. And God, I fear for you. I swear by the verses of God that I am afraid for you, and I am sad when I see a generation is corrupted by trivial matters in a stupid way. If one were to sacrifice you, he should do it smartly. By God Almighty, we wish you well. What is the truth? When I talk about personalities, for example, on Twitter or personalities on YouTube, I'm upset that this person who came in as a hero has millions of views. We wish you well, my brother. Am I thinking I'm on top or just living? Is what I'm saying true? If it's true, I'm wrong. Forgive me. I wish you'd share this clip with every player, YouTuber, celebrity on Twitter, Twitch, and everywhere else. Share these matters with his friends. Let them listen. Do good and spread this clip to everyone, God willing.